Work it. Work it. Work it. Nice work. Work it. Work it out. I gotta get to work it. Nice work. Caution. Men at work. I'm unemployed, bitch. I got no work.
Mark.
Hello, I'm Brian,
And I'm Andy.
and this is Bloodwork, the True Blood recap vlog at campblood.org. This is episode 7 of season 5, and last week, episode 6, was the first episode in all of these seasons. It's like 50-some episodes that we actually didn't record. We weren't able to record a recap because we moved yesterday, actually, and we are... As you can tell, we're in a completely new place, and we're exhausted.
Yeah, we don't have magic fae powers that can do everything for us.
We're magic fairies, but in a different way. But we couldn't skip a second week in a row, especially since like shit started happening last week, like crazy stuff.
I know. Finally. Oh my god.
So we're here, and we're living amidst boxes, and the cats are completely beside themselves. Wheezy's staked out the main floor, and Humbert's like commandeered the second floor, and Wheezy's never seen a stair in her life, the poor thing.
She's scared.
She doesn't know how to walk downstairs.
Oh my god, where do we start?
Roman
is dead. Russell was dead,
Yeah.
and now he's not.
Okay.
And he's reborn again.
And thank God. And I love Chris Maloney, but this was not a good role for him. I'm sorry. It was pretty boring. He got it right in the Nike swoosh by
Right
Russell.
in the beefy peck.
Right in the beefy swoosh.
And then the strobe light party started.
The strobe light party begins.
The ecstasy kicked in.
And the night
and
vision.
And before you know it, Eric is hung up on the ceiling, and Salami is on the floor.
There was salami everywhere. Salami let her hair down, which means like, the party has started. So do you think that was Christ imagery? Him being crucified? Why did Russell hang him up like that?
I
It
don't
made no
know.
sense to me.
I really don't know why he was up there, but
Because it was funny. I don't know.
he seemed kind of helpless and funny.
Salami admits to exhuming Russell, which did that surprise anybody? I mean,
It didn't surprise me.
It was kind of obvious.
It was all for the purpose because she knew that Russell was powerful enough to kill Roman and only him, or there was some sort of law that couldn't be broken, that like someone on the inside, someone in the inner circle wasn't able to do that.
They just all part of the prophecy. They get all like first communion, and then like Martin Luther, Dieter, whatever, gets all blasphemy. It's not really, it's not really the blood of loath. It's symbolic and blah blah blah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what religion you subscribe to.
I only subscribe to Entertainment Weekly, so I don't know. And and Martha Stewart Living. I gotta come clean.
Excuse me, but cat fancy.
Oh, he's not kidding either. And Steve Newland, bless your little heart. Bless your sweater wrapped little heart. He goes, I'm like a tree in the wind here. I'm just so happy y'all included me. And I am too. And he's been gone for like 3 episodes.
I know.
So that was kind of cute. So then they drink the blood of Lilith.
Oh, to Lilith.
No, to Lilith. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Girl knows how to party. And then what do vampires do? They go to Bourbon Street.
Well, they had a good time. It was awesome, A, because they just let their hair down, and B, because it was in New Orleans.
Debbie Boone.
You light up my life. Mommy! Everyone dies.
I gotta say, Russell, he sidled up to her, and then the look on the mother's face when she recognized him. Yeah, and then Lilith shows up, and she basically you ever have a friend who gets really drunk at a party, and they're like she totally did a beer belch at Nora.
A drop of blood just materializes in slow motion, drops to the floor, and goes. It was some sort of either extra dimension or just hallucination.
It was like that part in Xanadu when they turn into cartoons all of a sudden. It was like,
no,
what?
That was good.
And then Eric Godric shows up and basically tells him he has to kill his sister, is what I got from it.
That's what I got out of it, too.
Meanwhile, Suki's depleting, y'all.
Oh my god. Whatever. Okay. When a fairy tells you that you're part fairy and fairies have powers that you don't even know yet.
My powers here are beyond reason.
Don't you want to like try to like experiment a little bit before your powers are completely depleted forever? Instead of just shooting sunbeams out of your hands into the air, won't you just try to like turn invisible or levitate or create an illusion of something? It was
And
a waste.
I always kind of got the impression that she, like, we joked first season or second season that she was like Wall-E, that she like was solar powered, but because she would lay out in the sun, she's always tanning, and Bill would say, "Oh, I can smell the sun on you," and all this stuff. I always felt like she was like solar powered. So I think maybe because she's been hanging out at night so much that she hasn't been tanning. And she tans a lot in the books, too. It's like this whole ritual.
That's right.
So I just think she's like she's a rechargeable battery that hasn't been plugged in for a while.
She just recharges by listening to Debbie Boone.
Oh my god.
Light up my life.
She basically went home and like shot bottle rockets off in her backyard. And does anybody think it's a little annoying that this is the exact same plot that Rogue had in X-Men United, X-Men The Last Stand, when Rogue decides she doesn't want to be a mutant anymore?
Oh my god.
It's the same exact storyline and the same actress. Rogue gives up her powers in the third X-Men movie.
Oh, because she goes to the serum factory and gets injected.
Yeah, but she goes through the same exact struggle.
But she doesn't get today.
I could be normal.
That's a popular theme, and I like that theme, but I just didn't think... I mean, well, Sophie's been complaining her whole life that she wants to be normal anyway, so we've been hearing that since season 1.
Of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love the fact that superheroism was brought up and that it was related to Sam, the superhero with the wispy whiskers that likes to roll on the ground.
He likes to roll around the ground.
My superpower is rolling on the ground and smelling. There's some Obama masks. This one was excited and we're back alone. I don't know, but it feels good.
That one works in the hospital. It's like, everybody, make way. I'm gonna scoot across the rug.
Oh no! Don't do the boot scoot.
Do you think Sam has to go to the groomers and get his glands expunged or whatever they do it? Oh my god, Lafayette. Can we talk about Lafayette?
Wait a minute. So you have crazy voodoo dreams of your lover being beheaded. So who do you go to? The creepiest creep on the creepy table?
Well, his mama tells him to go. Remember, she came back last week.
Oh, okay.
Ruby
Tuesday came. And she said...
We said goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Why are you back?
Anyway, you go down there and you
track down like Don Bacardi or Don Music.
Don Julio.
Don Henley. He's got Jesus' real dead head.
Which you should immediately run out the door.
He looks like a real deadhead, actually. Don Bacardi. Or whatever his name is. And he's got Lafayette's chair. Why did he steal the chair, too? Like, he stole the chair and Jesus' body. And then he got rid of the body but kept the head. Why not lose the chair then, too?
Anyway, Don Juan's dead. And Mama killed Daddy.
Yes, she went cray-cray. And then she, like, stabbed him. And then she used the bloody knife to, like, cut Lafayette's stitches.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was not sanitary. And we got to see Lafayette and Jesus together on video.
That was so sweet.
Thanks to Arlene.
Girl.
Arlene's wedding was so appropriately trashy for her. Like, she was, like, super pregnant. It was in a bar. Like, their touching moment toast was in front of, like, a giant, like, Recover poster.
I want to go to that wedding. That was a fun wedding.
And she said, I want to drink so bad that night.
It was all a bunch of love.
It was cute.
It was very cute.
And they filled in some blanks with Hoyt and Jessica because they were still happy and they were talking about maybe getting married. And...
Oh, that's...
Can we talk about Hoyt? Because we haven't talked about him in a while.
He's a creep. He needs to go away.
Is he in the creepy corner? Wait. Who's in the creepy corner this week?
Well, dead grandpa, Jesus' freaky geek. He's dead, so he...
Don Juan DeMarco.
He got in and got out all in one episode. Hoyt and all of his creepy friends that are out shooting the shifters and and vampires
Still?
and everything.
See, I don't think Hoyt's in the creepy corner anymore.
He was doing the little like in the back seat of the. He was all psyched up and
He was doing the sand like rug scoot.
No, he was doing the pelvic thrusts in the back.
But he's dumb. I mean, Hoyt's dumb. I don't think he's bad.
Well, he's being creepy.
I think Mike Spencer is creepy. I think Coroner Spencer is creepy. And we know him from ages ago. I mean, he's been since day one. And he was the coroner in season 1. And then Artie from Glee was his assistant. And he died in the fire. In second season, he was really susceptible to Marianne. And he tried to, like, basically rape Sookie in the kitchen. Now he shows up to the crime scene saying he was with a lady. And then it seems kind of weird. And then Joe Bob gets a call from the dragon saying that Junior's dead. So I think, do you think that Mike Spencer is the head of this whole thing? And if so, why?
Well, that would be a nice tie-in to previous,
Which they've been doing a lot lately.
So, well,
They've been bringing back old stories.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Shake it back. Bring it back, man.
Oh, Wolf Baby came back. Oh my God, Wolf Baby forever.
Emma.
And then Grandma went from creepy Nana to like Super Nana. Oh my God, I love creepy gummy mom.
You can't take my little baby to there. I'm taking my little baby home with me.
And then JD was gonna give her like basically heroin. I mean, like
Here, little girl.
she interrupted Alcide doing like he was doing like the Rocky 3, Rocky 3, right? The Ivan Drago. Is that Rocky 3?
She called him Rambo
Because he had that.
because they had that
I thought Karate
dorky
Kid, but yeah.
ass headband.
They're all going at it, and then Mima
No.
shows up with like a hoe. She's like, "Oh, I'm just putting my tools back. Sorry,
Well, maybe
man."
she works on a farm. Jason and breaks into the mansion, and it is like gets all kind of like oh Jess, and he's like, "What is that? You got blood on your mouth." So then they get into a big fight, and then he storms out the door and sees what. But
He shoots her in the head. He blows her brains all over the door.
I forgot. Well, she healed before he left.
And then she
so.
says, "Get out of my mansion."
So that's the end of that relationship that was like blossoming. Jessica, let me get this straight. You're like instantly BFFs with Tara and then instantly enemies with Tara. And then you're like, Jason, I'm here with you. It doesn't have to be about sex, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like,
And she bites him.
and then that's over. So Jessica,
She's a child. She's a child.
get it together.
Speaking of Tara.
Oh, Tara and your mama comes in. How did she get into that club wearing that outfit? That's what I want to know.
Oh my god. They introduced her shoes first. Did you notice that? Like, you see these, like, really awful flats, like, enter the shot.
That was
Well, first,
good
Tara's pole dancing. I mean...
And she looked good.
She did look good. And, like, if you look at all the characters on this show, they will make her do anything. They literally will make that character... They're like,
Tara?
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're gonna have you get abducted and then, like, tied to a bed and, like...
Then tied to a toilet.
Kind of have an abusive boyfriend, you know, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, now you're gonna be the lesbian cage fighter. And then Pam...
And then Pam has got she has got the worst hair in her history. Put that crimping iron, just throw it into the sea. Send it back.
Step away from the bold hold. First, they were having cheer sex. They were totally like going. Then they had that little moment back in the office, and Tara hugged her, and Pam like let her hug her for a second, and then she said, "Okay, break's over. Time to get back up on that pole." Genius.
Oh wait, we got to see Sheriff Bud. Ex-Sheriff Bud come back. He's adorable, and he's getting it on with two. He's having an extramarital affair. Oh wait, so Terry.
Yeah, are we gonna even talk about Terry and Patrick?
Wait. Why did Ghost Monster come up in the middle of a field to like go and then disappear? What?
Mr. Oogie Boogie from Iraq is like the most ridiculous villain ever. Have you seen Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed? Because
Which isn't a bad movie, by the way.
He's literally a Scooby-Doo villain. I wish I never gave you that order.
But you did, Blanche. You did give me that order.
And then Arlene confessing or confiding in with Holly. She's like, it's just talking about some crazy demon monster from hell that's cursed and chasing him all around the world. And then Holly's like, well, that could be true.
Have you been paying any attention to anything that's happened in 5 seasons? Okay, let it go.
Did you get Alcide?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. He has no shirt on.
It's so not fair.
And you know what? There should be no headband on either.
It's not. It's really not fair to anybody else on the show. Come on, Alcide. Put on a freaking flannel. Give everybody else a chance. Okay?
Or Sam, you can just...
Sam, drop it.
Drop the trowel.
Drop him, Sam.
You can do half cheek. That might even get you in. That might even get you in the door.
Sam, try to fix the cable. Like,
plumber crack, Sam. Plumber crack.
Oh, I just
can't be that
I have to
easy.
check this outlet down here.
Bill, just unbutton the shirt down. Show some man cleavage. Lafayette, come on, girl, work it. What happened to the outfits?
Oh, actually, Lafayette, when they had Lafayette tied to the chair, he had this like stretch lace tank, and then he had like the shirt was like off both shoulders, so it looked like kind of like a Banji prom dress. This week's question authority came via the blog, campblood.org. And actually, this is someone whose question was picked a couple weeks ago, but it's just such a damn good question. We had to use it.
Juicy questions, people.
This is from Psych Nerd. I've heard that Russell's going to rock some karaoke at some point in this season. This question was left last week. What song would you most like to see our former Vamp King of Mississippi belt out?
I think Russell needs to sing The Sun'll Come Out Tomorrow by Annie.
By Annie.
It's true, because it's completely...
But why would he want that to happen?
Because it's ironic. And I like Annie. Who doesn't like Annie?
I love Annie.
Russell Edgerton would... He's gay. He likes Annie. Okay?
Maybe far away, and maybe real nearby.
I can't. I'm going to cry.
For Russell, I'm kind of getting a Roy Orbison vibe. I don't know why.
Oh.
I could kind of see him doing It's Now or Never.
So that was a good question.
That was a great question, Psych Nerd. Thank you very much.
You
will be
get
entered
a star.
again into the drawing at the end of the season, which at this point, the prize is going to be one of our pets. So you get to pick Humbert or Wheezy.
No!
Sophie's choice, ladies. Yeah, I think we do have a prize here, but it's probably in one of the 3,000 boxes.
It's
around
like,
there somewhere.
just imagine Indiana Jones, the end of the movie, where there's the giant warehouse.
If you would like to be entered into next week's drawing, ask a question for the authority, either on the blog post comments, tweet it to @CampBloodBuzz or @AndySwiss, or leave it in the YouTube comments. And if you get picked, you will be entered into the drawing at the end of the season.
And it's a well-seasoned season.
What rating would you give this episode?
I will give this episode an 8.5.
8.5? Why? In 7 words or less.
7 words or less?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alcide.
Okay.
Shoot
so-
it.
I think, I was going to give it an 8, but if I give it an 8, it'll be an 8.25. And I don't think I can do a quarter Grace Jones. So 8.5.
Thank you.
I like that that the vampires are fun again.
Yes.
This whole authority thing was just bad news.
Drugs, so drugs are good?
Drugs are good. They needed to get those girls fucked up. Get them dressed up and messed up.
Or
and let them
undressed.
loose. So between the two of us, that's an 8.5 average. Which is good, because the season was honestly worrying me a little bit near the beginning, especially with the authority stuff, but...
I think it's gonna get good now.
It's kind of gotten fun. It's kind of found its groove, and they've kicked into the like second half of the season momentum. Basically, all they needed to do was bring Russell back. I mean, can we agree?
Oh my god.
Like, he really kickstarted the whole thing.
Well,
Dennis O'Hare is brilliant. The character is hilarious. They need that kind of like, energy behind.
Yeah, it's like it's a volatile, explosive energy. It's
And
like
he's funny and he's entertaining. Like he's a great character. So before we go, I wanted to give 2 quick shout outs. The first is to Lindsay, who I met on the L platform. And we chatted, we wrote them together. So I hope your job interview went well. And it was great meeting you. Thanks for saying hello. Secondly, and I don't even know how to communicate how big of a shout out this is, but to Janet, who was our real estate agent, who helped us find and buy this home. It was so huge. And Janet, you're the best. You're so super awesome, and we can't wait to have you over again and show you the house that you helped us to buy. So thank you so much. Yay! So I think that's it for this week.
I'm so tired.
I know, I'm so exhausted. But we will make every effort to be back next week as well, and for the rest of the season, because, the season's kind of kicked in for me, so I'm kind of excited.
Chicken. Okay, so that's it.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Only you can breathe forest fires.